Hello all of you again. Today it's just going to be a quick video about CW trainers and what I use on ham radio and how I use the CW trainer as an alternative testing bit of kit for tuning radios. So here goes. Alright, so this is my kit that I used for doing the 10 words a minute and 5 words a minute exams in the limited and full call exam. Going back to 2004 and 2006, I think it is. Actually, no, it was a bit later than 6 when I upgraded to unlimited. All right, so what I have here is two products. I have the Morse code generator, which I bought as a kit and then modified, which is a Dick Smith part number 2623. CW trainer, and then I also bought a small amplifier to amplify the Morse code trainer externally for exams so that it could be recorded, or I could do a direct input into a recording device through the output, and that is amplifier kit 2630. All right, so look, it just looks like a standard Dick Smith kit, which you buy the kit, you get the box, you print the form out, and then the rest is history. I've done a few mods to it. I added I believe it's a 100 kilo ohm potentiometer. I also added an output, so headphones could be added, or that could be added as an output to the amplifier, which I then use a 8 watt CB speaker to amplify the sound through. So I used that in the exam, and I also used it during my training so that we did training as a team when we were learning Morse code. Then what I made was, I have two keys. This is the one that I used in the exam, which was made for me by George VK2DLF. I actually swapped a Vibraplex Red Racer, which was a fully chromed key and with red flippers on it, for this handmade bearing key. So that was the one I used in the exam for the unlimited at 10. And then I used an Australian Postal Services 1940, I think it was, thereabouts, key. I think it's got the date on it somewhere. Oh, there we go. RMG 1942. So it's a 1942 key. And it was the PMG, which they use those for sending telexes. All right, so there you go. There's my setup. So how do I use it? Okay, so it's very simple. I have a phone connection on this side, have an on and off button. I added the LED, and it's all right. So just a quick CQ. It was also great at the time for using with scouts. I had a whole system that trained scouts to get their radio badge and do the Morse, which was part of the Radcom's badge that was available. All right, so that's your CW trainer. So in that, I added a 10 k ohm pot. I then connected that directly to the board, which was the output, and then these. Where was it? Yeah, and then the speaker came on the output from here. So I think this was a switch or something along those lines. It's a 1 transistor amp and 1 green pack and an impedance transformer. All right, so that's how I set it up. So I just use cardboard as the dividers to put pressure on the main board to keep everything stable. Okay, and We could obviously make that a lot smaller, but for pure and ease of things, that's how I did it. All right, I used a resistor on here for the LED, probably a 300 ohm resistor, and used a normal phono. That's a 3-position switch that's there. One of the positions isn't being used. All right, so what did I do to make that work from here? So standalone. So if I cut off a jack, soldered both ends together neatly there. If I put that in here and turn it, put the cover back on and turn it over, obviously, sorry about all the fingers and everything. All right, there we go. So there we have the standalone box. Now, this kit was designed that it was the box only. It was never designed to have an output for the key, and it was designed to work like this. Okay, so with the potentiometer I can adjust the pitch. Okay, so that's where I start with, right there with the two-tone. And I actually use this on some radios to tune the RF side. And then it cuts out. And as I said earlier, that's not available from the kit. It's not set up that way. That's just one of the handful of mods that I've done to this kit. It's very, very simple, but it works. Okay, now that kit's not available anymore, but it's a very simple kit to build, believe me. So I'll attach a couple of pictures, I'll attach the kit numbers, and there should be schematics online somewhere. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.